And then we go here and go to map 2. What do we have? Big boss man. We have one redhead. Nothing super sketchy, but the map is kind of open. This is... Wow, how do you even get up there here? Interesting. This is all 2 tile difference. So this is like a cliff. You can go up here, but then you need to go through 1 tile. Interesting. We could also stand here and play around pits if we wanted to. I think we want to go up here. This is the safest option. It's still a boss fight, so no need to take it casually. And he can jump, yeah. I didn't count for Archer Fire. Maybe they will get us once or twice. Also the volcano I didn't account for, so I'm kind of glad we went for this. Yeah, I should have thought about that, but in hindsight I wouldn't have done anything differently. I would have made the first move, and if it was up here, then I would have just stayed here probably. I finally caved in and started using spike traps. Playing like this has made me develop a new appreciation for how you play. Hey, thanks so much. Oh, he still has Giant's Heart. I didn't really swap it. I got sidetracked. Yeah, spike traps are super busted, huh? We had a playthrough with just triple assassins, and all they did was spike trapping, and they killed everything. We took a couple of attempts for the final boss, just because we didn't have enough spike traps mostly. And not high enough level to have more spike traps. But yeah, they murdered. Here you can shoot me, here you cannot. So let's not. Good shot. Oh, he can move over. Well, I guess he still can shoot me, huh? Let's move out of here. Stupid ass redhead. Yeah, I know. You're a fancy archer, having a bow and stuff. Now, get out of here. If I go here, he can still shoot me, but if I stay here, they will engage on me. Let's do this for now. I can jump down and disable him, but not now, because the boss would turn around and smack me real hard. Preserve his delirium charges. They are pretty valuable. We can also... oh, hell yeah. We can grab him up here, can't we? So we do this and set up this one. I was hoping he would go later, but... oh yeah, come here. You silly archer. We need to disable this backstab here. So he just kills him though. So no need for him to do anything. Oh yeah. Ah, the beast is so good. We have murdering sense here. We can apply bleeding here. That's fine, right? It's interesting how people play the same game differently. Yeah. With people talking about the game in here more, I've learned so many interesting strategies I would have never thought about. There are so many things I have not discovered yet. I don't mind using ranged units. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with using ranged units. I don't think range is that OP, to be honest. Well, it is, in my opinion. But I can... well, you can play around it, right? First of all, the abilities are really strong on them. Both raise in lower terrain and hunter traps are really strong. not the same level of strong, but hunter traps are still very strong. And it changes how you can play fights. So you can have ranged units and you can still be aggressive and just play the fights out normally and like attack them. But having ranged units makes every stalemate in the game in your favor, which is its biggest strength, I feel like. We do this, so it's kind of shielded here. Do this, so he still stands next to him and gets painful healing if he wants it. If he can get it. Do we move forward? No. He has armor. We wait for him to shred the armor. Kind of focusing him, huh? Race terrain is pretty busted. The rest are fine, although hunters are very strong. You can cheese the AI with range pretty easily. Yeah, you can do super broken things. Apart from that, isn't that enough? The Javelineer single-handedly breaks the game. Hunter traps are pretty strong. There are limited controls of one. Hunter traps are a range-limited tool of one area. So you can throw them from 2 range, and you can control like corridors very easily, and even 2 tiles pretty easily. I think the traps are pretty strong overall. And you just never have to move in. That's so big in this game. You can still move in with ranged units. You can still have 4 melee and 2 ranged or something, and just still smack them, right? But without ranged units, you always have to move in, regardless. You can never kill them at range, which is really hard. Because there are just fights and situations where you can't really kill them. Or, like, you can't really move in, right? So it just gives you way more options. It just changes the game, in my opinion. A little bit. You also don't have to use them to cheese elevation. No, I'm not saying that's the only reason. It's also what I just said. Let's say I stand up here. Okay, let's imagine this guy, the redhead. I had no way of pulling him up, right? And I have no ranged units up here. And you saw how much of a pain he was. So let's say they have 3 ranged units sitting here, and I sit up here and I don't have ranged units. And then there's this one tile choke. Let's say I didn't start up here. I started up here and I didn't walk. Like, I didn't choose this position. Let's say this is my position. So the difference between having ranged units here and not having ranged units is super big. If we have no way of pulling him up or like displacing them in any way, and there are 3 ranged units sitting here shooting me over and over while we fight this melee battle, it's just super hard. And I have to go in because I have to fight in melee. And I can't really go in here. Like, what do? I fight them one-on-one until they drop down, and they shoot me meanwhile, the whole fight. But if I have ranged units, I can just sit back and pick off their range, and suddenly I shoot them all the time. And I have the high ground now, and I can just sit here and block this one tile here, or like sit my units in front, and just relax and sit back. So there are just fights where it's really beneficial for them to move into you, and you not having to move into them. It just takes so much pressure off of you. Because you always have the pressure with only melee units to make things happen. And with ranged units, you have no pressure whatsoever, because you're winning in the ranged fights, and it's all on them to make moves. It's the biggest deal. The most problematic is that you get so many late game. What do you mean? Relax and kill everything. There are fights when you start surrounded and the ranged unit gets jumped on instantly. Yeah, that's true. There are. But you can mostly avoid surround fights. And surround fights are hard either way. I'm not saying their ranged units are good in every fight. There are fights where there aren't, but if you have ranged units, you usually also have the tools to play around them. You have a spearman, for example, who buys time for them and avoids getting jumped on. And then you have the hunter traps, and then you have the elevation change from javelins. You have tools to avoid getting jumped on. There was also a crossbow. He quickly gained focus. Yeah, he began to one-shot everything. Yeah, I hate that too. That's also a thing. Imagine Necro Reavers. They're just mechanics that ranged fire plays around better. For example, First Strike. You have a Necro Warrior sitting here, and instead of dealing with his First Strike, you can just disable him with a Hunter Trap and then just shoot him. Or if you're late game and strong enough, you can just one-shot him without taking the retaliation damage. That's also a benefit. Does he have Protector? No. He's pretty healthy now. Let's go on him. He goes on 6. It's fine. Does he have a rend yet? I think he has a rend. Alright. I mean, yes, but 3 bunnies is more OP. Well, yeah. I agree. But comparing things to bunnies... yeah. Bunnies are just super strong, huh? Yeah, bunny would win in a 1v1. The developer said they will weaken. Yeah, bunnies need a bit of a nerf. I think Colossus needs a bit of a nerf, to be honest. No, not bunnies! Oh, I didn't have an attack here. Wow, that kill setup. Holy shit. He kinda smorks with Flesh Eater. He also has a legendary Silver Sword. They're blocked off, so let's just get rid of them. There are certainly OP things you can do outside of ranged units in the game. I'm just saying they're very strong. And they change the way you play the game, is my biggest thing. So, I played with ranged units and I won with ranged units. And I kind of wanted to change the game up from this waiting game and just sitting there and shooting them over and over to more of a tactical approach to combat. And I think it's just a different experience. But that's also a problem of me. Like, if I have strong units, I want to do the strongest thing they can offer. So, and I felt the strongest thing was just sitting there and one-shotting things, or two-shotting things eventually with glass cannon and a lot of protection. You can also play it a lot differently with ranged units. You don't have to do that. And a lot of people are, but whenever I have a unit, I want to make the most out of it and want to make use of their OP stuff. It's just me, I guess. So that also didn't help. But I understand there are people who play it way differently with ranged units. And there's also nothing wrong with using them. It's just I need something new. Alright, he's gonna hit us, huh? Got him. Is that vampire the legendary X-Man? Yes, yes. This is called a reasonable approach. Mind of another great sword? Wow. So many great swords. And we have a strong body. You see a strong body, you pick a strong body. Sell cleric? We want to keep round strike, I think. Sell challenge? I like challenge, but we have challenge. Sell challenge. Anyone here wants HP? We should probably move Giant Sword, since he has Delirium. But maybe not. Still like 500 HP on him, right? Without it, he would start at, yeah, 550, and with it, he starts at 1000. With Delirium at half health. He kind of needs Sustain. What he needs is Absorbing Lightfoot, so he has one more slot, and then we can sub in some Sustain or something. I like the poisonous crits on him. He could use a strong body. Give him a strong body. Sure. So last village, Metu. Volcano gone. Strong body. Hang on. Was this weapon master always here? A legendary axe master. Do you have any axes? Don't think so. Nope. So this is a legendary. Sure. I'll take a free legendary. Are you? Playthrough. Triple Vamps, Bunny, Priest, and Shaman. Holy shit, that sounds pretty OP. Priest and Shaman is an obscene combo. It was pretty even though compared to ranged in its playthrough. That's fair. It could also just fit your playstyle better. Could also be a thing. Also, your units sound pretty OP, if I'm honest. Except Birdie. I mean, I guess. Does he have round strike? He does not have round strike. Do we just go over here? What do we do? This is a cliff. This is cut off. So we can just go over and hit him. And they have to come here. We have enough range to now. They could go here and shoot us, but we have the beast to pull them down, right? So we don't really care. I think we just go down here and kill him. We can jump. And I'm not sure why I placed the footman around there. Probably shouldn't have. All the melee damage dealers are meh. Yeah, the human ones, not that great. The only one who has potential, eventually, is the Blood Knight. But he needs so long to get going. I'll kill you all. I don't think so, good sir. He's down. Ow. That kinda hurt. He has 900 HP, huh? That kinda hurt. Yeah. Can't really set anything up here. Heal, my friend, heal. Wait, he went before him again? Jesus. You just block for him, I think. You can do 1, 2, 3, go here. Yeah, that's fine. Go here and get backstabs and move after. We can also use Murdering Sense on him, right? He does not have First Strike. So we just use it on him. And we also set him up pretty well to pull this guy down with him. But he goes before, so he will most likely block us. But he will go here and block him, so that's fine. So he will also one-shot his armor. He's pretty out here. Fuck. Goes after, huh? I guess second, so we pull him down first. Okay, okay. Now we're good. He will try to ram him, but he will be in front. That's fine. Does he have Lightfoot? No, of course not. We tried to shoot him, but we were too strong. He could snipe him here. It's actually awkward. Let's do this. So he's also shielded from this guy. Right. Stupid archer. We dance on him, and we have Murdering Sense, and we have so many bonus attacks. Holy shit. We're just pulling here. Well, if we don't run out of stam. I think he attacked a lot of times last turn too, right? So he's pretty low on stam. He has no round strike now. Wow. Holy shit. That hook was disgusting. I think he had a lot of bonus damage from Flash Eaters. He just smoked him. Alright, we cool. Yeah, makes medicine and injuries trivial. You mean the, yeah, the vampire and bear-beast healing? It's true. It's kind of busted. Vamplords are very strong, yeah. They are. I feel like Vamplords are pretty up there with bunnies, to be honest. They're just a little bit different. Bunnies one-shot in one charge, and Vamplords like one-shot with multiple hits, eventually. They're both early, they're both online pretty early, which is a big deal. For comparison, he still has Pact, right? So I can walk in here without thinking, yeah. So for comparison, Blood Knight is also really strong, but he's strong later, which makes a big difference, because you have to pick him early to get him going, but early he's terrible, so you don't want to do that, but you have to do it if you want an actual good Blood Knight. And Vampirlord and Bunny are just good by default, very early. I think Vampirlord starting at level 4 starts to be good. Lesser vamps are a waste. Yeah, but you can have some really strong transformations into lesser vamps. I think the strongest one is considered Valor Assassin, or at least one of the strongest. And there are a lot of strong combinations you can get. And why do we keep getting stupid great swords? What's up with that? There's a monster heart. Do we sell for the monster heart again? No, we don't have good sells here. I think we shouldn't. Now we have a silver slaughterer, a steel mind of a thinker, and a steel crit counter. So those are not that exciting, and this is more damage, so we keep this one. Yeah, more vitality. Those are bounty hunters, right? Yeah. Alright, this is a real fight. So we take 2 more fights on this map, this one and this one. This one is a real fight, the other one not so much. Alright, let's see it. We ran into them because if you run into bounty hunters, they will not surround you. They will start on one side of the map. And also if you run into them and not fight them in villages, you can retreat if you want. What do they have? They have double cleavers. No elite cleavers. Elite javelin and archer. Only 2 ranged units, okay. Not many elites on the field. Well, not many scary elites in the field. He should hit pretty hard though. Yeah, 400. It's pretty respectable. I think we stay around here. There's a chance we want to retreat, right? This is pretty open. We have this line here. We kind of need to back off and get the archers in. Maybe the beast wants to stay over here and hook them in while they come through. Maybe. Let's try it like this. Back off a little, but stay next to the retreat tiles in case we have to. And he wants to stay around here, I think. Free range, let's see when he notices. More spam. Oh no. Where's the third one? Oh, it's 2 of them. Man, that feeling when Twitch chat is smarter than you again. Feels bad. Villages confirmed trash. You can create your own greatsword collection. Hell yeah. Let's start a museum, or let's start a store, right? Let's just sell our own stuff at a black market. We can move on to him. We just have to be careful about the stuff that's coming after. He's still man-split for a sizable amount. That is always, you're always smarter. What's up, Pistol? Were you here before? Did I greet you before? I don't think so. So he can walk up here and hit him. Not a big fan. We can go here and swap him. He goes up here and swaps him. We can go here and trap here, and he comes up here and swaps him. We would need someone to... Nah, doesn't work. Let's back off more, but our retreat tiles are here, so we would give them up. I don't want to give them up. He could tank it with Delirium, but he would tank all his Delirium charges, I think. Let's give him some regen, so... He heals up over time and uses up his mending. We can also go here and swap him back. Who could swap him back? You. And you could take the style. That's fine. I would be okay with that. We still take... Where's the javelin? Here. We still take 2 shots on him, but I think he survives 2 shots. Also, he doesn't really die, does he? So that's actually pretty good for us. Let's sandwich him here. So he just sits here and blocks for us. That's fine. He can go over and hook this guy. He gets shot, so he gets shot a bit more, but he's super beefy. He doesn't give a fuck. We can go here, get Murdering Sense, and then start on him, I think. I'm pretty sure we get Murdering Sense here. Yeah. He goes second though. Oh, maybe that was a mistake. How much does he hit for? 225 times 2.5? That's 230, 460, 5, close to 600. Ouch. That might have been a mistake. But we're murdering this guy. Alright. Ow. That's the pack combined, huh? Alright. So we throw stuff on him, I guess. Maybe we shouldn't have walked in here. Now he's pretty out of the fight. He still has 1 pack for this turn. Like this, yeah. Okay. But now you have preemptive strike. Stupid preemptive strike. We also... we cannot retreat because he's here. That's fair. How am I? Pretty good, pretty good. I can feel it. Today's the day. We beat this stupid challenge. Rick Eisner strategies. Never gonna give them that. Maybe we set up our 2-turn retreats. I think what we're gonna do here is he walks 3 tiles, and the next turn he's out. And meanwhile he walks back here, and the next turn he can join. So he walks back and he walks in, and then the turn after we are out of here. And meanwhile we try to take out as many as possible. And he needs to get out of this backstab situation, because he's gonna man-split someone. It's gonna hurt. We wanna charge him, but we wanna eat the preemptive strike first. And I wanna note for the record that this is the day I beat preemptive strike. Before it happened. Please note that for future history lessons. He goes before... Fuck. So we could swap in here and swap here and go back and ram him into this pit. The problem is we would swap him here and he would go over and hit him, and he is out of Ancient's Pacts, so he would actually die. Also he goes third. He could actually snipe him if we're not careful. So I think we just want to play it safe, do this, and use his projectiles blocker against him. If he really goes here, 1, 2, 3, 4, he would be in range, but we would block it. That's probably the safest. Most likely he's gonna just shoot him now, but there's a chance he snipes him, right? And he cannot come around, and then he can back off here. That's fair. Big brain. Ah, sometimes at least. See? Oh my god, yes. Hell yes, I was smart for once. I blocked it with projectiles block, and he did exactly what I thought. Nice. Feels good. Get out of one backstab into another? I mean, sure, but I get out of I get out of his backstab, which he has a, what did we say, 600 man splitter, which would be plus 50%, which is 900. I take his attack over 900 man split backstab all the time. Minus elevation, but still. So he goes back here, and we set up the two-turn retreat. I think we can just kill him, right? He still has pact. He's not super scared. A little bit scared. We can swap him after. Alright. He can tank this easily. He has delirium left. So what now? He goes next. He goes either here or here. I think we want to do this. So one of them tanks it, both can tank it. He has delirium, he has armor. We can even set him up, right? Yeah, we can set him up for a pit here, which is nice. And of course he takes this, but we have delirium. This would swap him in. Is this a problem? He goes in 3 and he goes in 7. So we are out before he moves. He shoots him. That's fine. He cannot reach him. He cannot reach him. He cannot reach him. So 293. He pops his angels here, but that's fine. Yeah, he goes second. There's nobody who can kill him, right? We're actually pretty close to fighting this, but I don't want to. We go here, so we go right after. So let's just try to take him out of the fight too. And who goes third? Second. He goes. So he cannot reach anyone either. So we can just take this free kill. He goes third and he goes fourth. So he goes and then we go. So we can go at this. And we take this free kill on the cleaver, who's scary. And now we're out. And this is why you fight on the open terrain instead of the villages. And now they charge us, which means they kind of surround us? Not really. Surprising. And this should be easy cleanup now. Hey, we survived bounty hunters. Feels good. What do we do here? We just charge them. We'll probably just go on them. Can we set up something fancy? Not really. We focus on him, right? Because we circle him anyways, so he cannot do anything. We could set up a trap play, I guess. If you wanted to. Do we want to? Maybe. Yeah, it keeps the assassin out of harm's way. He goes here and swaps him. Then we hit him a bunch. Sure. But that would leave him open. So I think we go down here with him. He's super beefy, he doesn't care. And he will stand here and that will completely shut him out. Yeah, that's nice. So he goes actually here. No, he needs the space to go around all the way. So he stands here. Sure, he stands here. Seems good. Let's do it this way. So we trap here. He goes around to shut him off. Can even take his trigger shot. Go here to enable backstabs on both sides. Then he comes in and flips him. And he's completely shut off and he dies to this. I think he dies to this. Yeah, he should be dead to bleeding. Wait. Oh no, I was out of stamina. Wow. That was so smart of him. He threw anyways because I was out of stamina. And I could not counter his ranged attack. Wow. Smart AI. Nice. Disgraceful, I know, right? Retreating. What is this? What is this sorcery? Back where I came from, we only know smoke. There is no retreating. There's only a big axe and a face, and they meet each other until some face dies. Let's walk in here. Can be swapped out after. I want the bleeding on big guy. Or, I mean, you can just almost kill him. Whatever you prefer. Yes, no preemptive anymore. Come here, stupid archer. Alright, cool. We got him. Should have swapped here for backstabs, but whatever. He will go back one more. That's so much fun. The hook is so cool. Holy shit, he's smoking. Pushing crits, huh? We have immobilizing crits. We want to pick up a bounty hunter. So he wants the pushing immobilizing crits combo, I think. It's only 44, let's take it. He can roll pushing crits, but it's a flex spot on him. He can also roll something stupid like, what's his other options? I think sharp eyes or preparation or something super useless. So there's a chance he doesn't get pushing crits, which case we need it. And stalwart? We have one stalwart spare. We have quite the selection of swords here. You don't have a keep it in case we get a next dude, right? Hmm. 90 is fair. He just wants more HP. Coolio. Oh, that was such a clean bounty hunter fight. I'm pretty pleased. Alright, last village. Show me the exit. Hook with lead is crazy? Yeah, I can imagine. Why isn't the beast named Scorpion? Scorpion from... hang on. From the Scorpion King? Immersion fail. No, it's Neck Force. He loves this unit. And he wanted to be named after. Anyways, we have 3 people left. If you want a name for any of those people, let me know. Pistol is our leader, and Neck Force is the Rare Beast. But those 3 are still open for anyone who wants. I feel like the Crouch is here a lot lately, and he hasn't been a character. So if you want one, Scorpion King. Mortal Kombat, oh, really? Mortal Kombat Scorpion. Whoops. What's up, Allahu Akbar? Oh my god, what a meme name, holy shit. Wait, who is open? We have Monk, who is like our flexible guy. Footman, those are our 2 starters. And we have X-Men Vampire, who is our armor specialist. But you don't like the look of him, do you? Make me the vamp axeman? Sure. So we have those two. You can also wait if you prefer for another unit to pick up on that too. It's up to you. I think we fight over here, right? That's well. Do we have natural equipped? I think so. No. It's natural time here. We only have one, huh? We still want it on him. We'll probably fight over here. We could also fight up there, but we're pretty strong. This is a bit open, but we can make use of the pit. We can make use of the grab. It's fairly decent overall. I take the monkey. With monkey you mean the monk? Do I see a grab here? Maybe I do. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Bonk. I'm a very spiritual person, so it fits. Monkey. Okay, I was confused for a second because at first you said monkey, and I was like, why would a monkey be spiritual? And then it took me a while to realize, oh, the character is a monk. And, okay, that makes more sense. Do you also smack people with a giant maw? I hope not. Come here, good sir. That's pretty rare that you get the guy without getting shot once with poison. That's pretty good. Sure, kill his armor. He's not engaged because he had delirium. Delirium lets you not be engaged. It negates. Here. It also negates negative status effects. So the first 3 hits, they don't deal damage, and they also don't inflict poison or bleeding or engagement or stuns or anything. Also no slows, which is really nice. They have them on Amazon. Oh no, you gave him ideas. So many bonus attacks. He's super strong against bleeding, holy shit. Nice. Flipped. So this fight is not very difficult. We kind of outscaled map 1. Map 1 stopped scaling at a certain point. I don't think we reached the point yet, but We should be close, and we're pretty far ahead of the curve, to be honest. Holy shit. He's strong versus polearms and bleeding, and this was a bleeding polearm. So he just got triple attacks and just wrecked him. He cannot move, he's engaged. RIP villager. I could have put more effort into saving villagers. But would that really be me at this point? Just glue a big stone on a stick. Good old Twitch chat advice. I've got big stones. I think strong versus X traits are predetermined. Yeah, they are. It does not matter what you hit. In terms of... Like at first, when I first started playing the game, I thought, oh, strong versus traits, that's cool. So I can hit a lot of polearms and be strong against them or something. But that's not how it works. It's predetermined. You cannot change them, you can only discover them. But you have no influence on anything. I only get German books for children. Because you buy them for your children, or you are a child yourself? See, what's up next for us? Now, we have enough for a monster heart, but we want to save. The mutators on map 2 will be very good, and we want at least some flexibility at picking them up. Alright, show me the exit. There we go. Watched a video in which someone stated you could influence it. Nah, you can't. Oh, because I searched for more and it wants me to give me more books. Alright, map 2. Let the real game begin. We want him to absorb Brilliant Mind, actually. So it's 30 fights. We did around 30 fights on map 1. We equipped Brilliant Mind pretty early. So we did around 5 fights before level 4, I would guess. So we did 35 fights on map 1, more or less. It's alright. Alright, sometimes after you move, make your first move on a new map, new missions appear. So very often I go one way, and suddenly a mission I want appears here. Let's see if it happens again. We want to do the cave, but we do not want to go into the collapsed mine. So is the cave enough of a reason to go there? I mean, cave is good. Good enough to waste 4 days. No, not 4 days. You see that? And now it appeared. Yeah, enemy fortification. It's debating me again. What the hell? It wasn't here before, and then you make your first move on the new map, and it kind of spawns missions. I don't know why, but some are there and some just spawn in. It's an ugly beast. There's also an enemy fort. So do we go back now? Now it's cave and enemy fort, and also we can go there, so we don't have to go into the mine, which is nice. But there's also ambushed alchemist and enemy fort here. We want all 4 of those missions. So what do we do first? Do we go here and then around and circle? Or do we go here and that's all? Hey, thanks so much for the sub. Allahu Akbar 1337, the lead one. Thanks so much. Hey, thanks for the support. And welcome. So, I don't know, it doesn't really matter, right? There's a swamper village. We take all of it. We probably go here, heal, village, go there, backtrack for those two, and then go out. We waste days anyway, so let's just do it. He has no reflexive. He has delirium. Nothing super sketchy on this map. We can just brute force it, basically. He does 500, he has nerve sense. Furious, nah. Should be fine. He goes around to... I think he goes around, sets up backstab for the rest of the team. That's fair. He seems more spiritual than me. What do you mean? Oh, shoot. I totally forgot to rename the monk. I will do it after this mission. Also, I think we still have the natural resistance on here. We could spend a bunch of attacks on him just to get his delirium down, but he's not a threat. He's just beefy. He's an actual thing too we have to deal with. He does 549 damage. So we have double attack stored up. Even though we don't have crits, we hurt him quite a bit here. And with quite a bit, I mean goodbye. And now we start on him, I think. This is the one we rescue. This guy. You only have to rescue one of them. It's also pretty unlikely that you rescue more. We get our crit back here. Fancy armor you have there. Ouch. He's so good. Holy shit. That's his pack. Here. Have some regeneration. And with some regeneration, I mean all of it. I think we didn't die in a long time. Ignore the meme name, just call me Peace. Alright, will do. I'll just call you Peace in the future. If that's not a meme. I just couldn't think of a name. Guess I should have just used the same name on Steam. That's how I got my name too. I went by Chewbacca because I love Star Wars, and at least the original ones, right? The first 6. I haven't seen the recent ones. And I just love Chewie, so I named myself after him in any online game. And eventually I went to Twitch, and Chewbacca was taken, obviously, and all the variations were taken. And I was playing Tome at the time, one of my all-time favorite games. And there's this Fury race called the Aegis. And they have very similar style to him. So I just went with the Bucker instead. So just have a variation. So basically I didn't know what to name myself either, and I just ended up with this and ran with it. Feast is an upgrade. Nah, I don't really need it.